Hi everyone. The first thing you'll want is a pack of neutral colored 12 by 12 cardstock. I got my pack from Walmart. I pulled out of there a page of tan, and then from Dollar Tree I got this great dark brown frame, picture frame, size 8 by 10. I opened it up and I removed like the advertising page, and I'm going to use that to trace the correct size onto my cardstock. Next, I used my paper trimmer to cut the shape out so that I could have perfectly straight lines. Now, using painter's tape, I began to create the shape of my turkey, and just for the head of the turkey, you want to make the outline of the shape of the top of a bowling pin head. That's what I had in mind as I placed my tape onto the paper. As I did this project, what I realized was that this tape will pull off some of the color of the cardstock paper. So what I recommend is that you use Frog Tape Delicate for your project if you decide to make this. So now I started to lay out the turkey feathers, and basically what I did was put a line of tape from each point that was formed when I made the turkey head. So I ended up with 5 main turkey lines on my paper. Now it's time to put lines in between each of those 5 lines. So I went and cut my tape in half to make these thinner, and then you simply place them. Now it's time to put the lines in between all of the lines. And to do this, I kept the tape cut in half, thinner, and I made V shapes. And I put 2 sets of V's up each feather. In some cases, I did 3. So now the fun part. Begin to randomly paint in the tail feather sections. I started with ripe apricot and just randomly placed it all throughout the tail feathers. Next, I went to dark chocolate and just added that all throughout the feathers. To finish the feathers, I used True Red, I used Citrus Yellow, French Vanilla, and Metallic Copper. Once the paint is dried, carefully remove the painter's tape. Alright, once the tape is removed, then I used the dark chocolate paint to outline the head of the turkey, and I also gave him eyes using white paint and a little black, and I used red to give him a wattle. After all that's dried, go ahead and place your picture in the picture frame. Now I took a little bit of wired plaid ribbon and cut up section off and rolled it up into a roll. I used a little string of raffia and tied it in the very center in order to mimic a little bow tie. I got a glue dot, stuck it to the bow, and then put my makeshift bow on the frame of the picture. I followed the same method, and I also made a girl turkey, except I made a pink bow and put it on her head. Happy Thanksgiving!